Before Israel ever knew him as king, before songs were sung in his honor, before his name was whispered in battlefields, David was just a boy whose story would begin in silence and end shaking the world. The sun dipped low over Bethlehem, painting the hills gold. A young shepherd moved across the fields, his voice soft yet filled with surprising strength. His hands held a harp, and as he played, even the sheep seemed to settle at the sound. This was David, the youngest son of Jesse, the boy nobody paid much attention to, the boy everyone underestimated. While his older brothers trained for battle, David tended sheep. While they carried swords, he carried a sling. While they stood tall in the eyes of men, David stood tall in the eyes of God. Every night under the vast sky, David talked to God like a friend, not with rituals, not with rehearsed prayers, but with genuine love. Little did he know, those quiet conversations were preparing him for the greatest moments of his life. The day everything changed. One ordinary morning, dust rose along the road leading to Jesse's house. An old man approached, his steps slow yet purposeful. His eyes carried the fire of prophecy. It was Samuel, the prophet of the Most High. Israel needed a new king, a man after God's own heart, and God sent Samuel to find him. One by one, Jesse's sons lined up, tall, strong, battle-ready, but not chosen. The Lord whispered each time, "Not this one." Confused, Samuel asked, "Are these all your sons?" Jesse hesitated, almost embarrassed. "There is the youngest, David, but he's just tending the sheep." Samuel's voice sharpened, "Bring him." And when David walked in, dusty, sun-kissed, harp still in hand, heaven stirred. God spoke. "This is the one." Samuel poured oil over David's head. It soaked his hair, dripped down his face, and carried with it the weight of destiny. David, a shepherd boy, was chosen as the future king of Israel, not because of his strength, not because of his age, not because he looked like a champion, but because of his heart, the making of a warrior. Not long after, David found himself face to face with challenges most men would run from. When a lion attacked his flock, he chased it. When a bear tried to steal a lamb, he struck it down. Every battle in the wilderness sharpened him. Every danger strengthened him. Every victory prepared him for the giant he didn't know he would soon meet. Goliath, the giant that shook a nation. The Israelites trembled on one side of the valley. The Philistine army roared on the other. Between them stood a monster, Goliath, a giant, a warrior built like a mountain. For 40 days he mocked Israel. He mocked their army, he mocked their God. No one dared step forward, not even Saul, Israel's king. When David arrived with food for his brothers, he heard the giant's voice echo through the valley. Something inside David ignited. "Who is this man," he said, "that he should defy the armies of the living God?" People laughed at him. His brothers scolded him. Saul doubted him, but David stood firm. "The Lord who delivered me from the lion and the bear will deliver me from this giant." The most iconic moment in history. David walked into the valley, no armor, no sword, just a sling and unshakable faith. Goliath roared with laughter. "Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks?" David's voice thundered back. "You come to me with a sword, a spear, and a javelin, but I come to you in the name of the Lord Almighty." He reached into his pouch. He took out a smooth stone. He swung his sling with perfect precision. The stone flew like lightning, striking Goliath's forehead, and the giant fell. Silence swept the valley. The boy who was ignored, the son who was underestimated, the shepherd who sang in the fields, had defeated a warrior feared by nations. David became a hero, a legend, a symbol of God's strength through the unlikely. From fugitive to king. Though he was anointed king, David's journey wasn't easy. Saul's jealousy burned. David became a fugitive, hunted, betrayed, lied about, pushed to the edge of survival. Yet even in caves, David wrote songs of worship. Even while running, he showed mercy. Even when he had chances for revenge, he refused. Because David wasn't just fighting for a throne. He was fighting to keep his heart aligned with God. And in time, Saul fell in battle, the nation mourned, and Israel finally crowned the shepherd boy as king. David united the tribes. He expanded the kingdom. He brought the Ark of the Covenant back. He wrote psalms that still heal broken hearts today. He wasn't perfect. He made mistakes, but every time he fell, he ran back to God. David's legacy. David's life teaches us, God sees the heart, not appearances. No giant is bigger than the God you trust. Preparation happens in hidden places. Your worship is your weapon. Even after failure, God can restore you. David began as a shepherd, but through faith, courage, and surrender, he became a king whose story changed the world. And today, across centuries, his story reminds us, you may feel unseen, you may feel unqualified, you may feel small, but God can use you to slay giants.